The first month of the year is already done, and another slew of Gamepass games are available. January hit off with a few big ones: Resident Evil Village, Star Wars Outlaws, and Death Stranding, which might be a re-release on Game Pass, not sure, but the first two games alone will keep you busy. But as usual, I'm not here to talk about the big guys that everyone already knows. What about the other guys? The randoms and the lesser known? What are they like? I play the first hour of each game to find out. My name is Natal, and these are the Game Pass games of January 2026. Brews Bastards. First up, I tried out Brews Bastards, a co-op dungeon crawler beat-em-up. Supposedly a short 3 hours. Can be played alone if you're looking to kill some time. It has platforming, bosses, and humor around almost every corner. I particularly like the beer pong boss. Now, music in the first stage was good and pumping, but by the second stage was pretty empty and the beer references were lacking. Take it for what you will. Quarantine Zone. First thing I need to say about this game is you have a pet cat and you can pet it. Instant 10 out of 10. Now you've probably already seen Quarantine Zone, especially since you must have scoured everything on the internet to be landing on this video. It's published by Devolver Digital, so it got a good round of promotion as well. It's Paper Please gone viral. Do your due diligence, scan your survivors, burn the rest. Graphics are good, the game plays well, a lot of depth. Side games that I'm not certain complement each other well, like base management, and a shooter that depends on your ability to play shooters well to progress. It isn't that hard, I just don't think the type of players who like Paper Please are full of the same who are skilled at shooters. Maybe I'm wrong, it's an interesting mix regardless. Characters looking too much like an asset flip though lose the charm that Paper Please had, and I feel like that about many Paper Please clones, is that they miss the mark on the charm. Good waste of time either way. My Little Pony. I wouldn't be the journalist I'm pretending to be if I didn't objectively try each Game Pass release. And so yes, here's My Little Pony, a Zephyr Heights mystery. There are like 33 My Little Pony games according to the Internet Game Database. How does this get out of hand? And who's making it profitable? The production value is okay. There's more depth to it than Brews Bastards at least. There's some nuance and variety which just might be enough to feign interest. I just feel that if this is for your kid, and your kid has seen you play good games, that they would be insulted if this is what you offered them for playtime. It's a slap in the face while you dangle video game bacon over their scrawny malnourished bodies. But I didn't hate it as much as the Grinch game. Next up is Mio. This feels like a great little gem. It's your straight up Metroidvania platforming heavy action game. It has a great pastel aesthetic, the controls feel smooth, jumping and dashing felt responsive, it looks to have fun boss fights and a deep and revealing story. Not much music to accompany the exploration, but in certain sections like boss fights, the music gets your attention. Seems like a quality game throughout the experience. Roadcraft. This one took me for a bit of a surprise. Never been into truck or bus simulators and the like, but I've always respected their endeavor for realism and those that like to sit back with a cold one and just work the fields. Roadcraft starts off as your typical drive in the mud, but quickly becomes a base sim as well, which really got my attention. Scour the lands for abandoned locations and factories, hop into a variety of vehicles, manage your convoy and lay down their paths, clear the way and make sure everything's working day by day. And that's just in the first hour. I'm sure there's a ton of more depth to the game as well. It looked and felt good. Giaden Ragebound. It's great. From the developers of Blasphemous, another game that looked great, but I just couldn't get into. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about this game, especially since the original whipped my ass, and so I never fully enjoyed the Giaden games. The team definitely made this more accessible for mass consumption, as I was whipping through stages while laughing maniacally as I slaughtered blobs of enemies. Both characters that I played with have their own styles of playing that have such a nice, fast, and fluid feeling. Sick bosses accompanied by sweet tunes, good animations, and gorgeous backgrounds. It was hard to put this game down, and I will be going back to finish it. If 2D games are your jam, then this is what you're looking for. The Talos Principle II. Never played the Talos Principle, but I knew of it and have played games with similar designs, so I knew what to look forward to, and it's pretty much as I expected. The first hour's puzzles never took me more than 5 to 10 minutes to solve, but you can see the designs become gradually more clever and require more time to figure out. With the addition of more tools to use and puzzle designs to learn, I could see the game slip the dunce cap on me before I realized it. What I didn't expect was the fully animated story and the open sections to explore, making the game feel more involved. Great if you're into puzzles that require 4D mental chess. ANNO Mutationem. I think I said that right. This is another game that took me by surprise. It has gorgeous pixel art aesthetic set in a world that looks like it's made up of voxels to keep in line with the pixel art look. I feel like I need another hour to fully grasp the rhythm and loop of the game, but as it stands, you have RPG style towns to roam around in full 3D, and then 2.5D sections for the action and platforming where your character can only run left and right. The first hour leans heavy on story and getting your bearings, with a few fighting sections and some nuance like a bar minigame and Pong. The game looks like it'll be full of nuance and surprises. Plus, you get a holographic anime waifu to live out your Blade Runner dreams. Definitely worth a check. Drop Duchy. Last time I scoffed at the idea of a breakout game using rogue elements to be a fun idea via Ball X Pit, and I was slapped in the face with an addictive fun game. This time, some crazy bastard took Tetris and did a similar thing with Drop Duchy. It's like having Tetris, Age of Empires, and Rogue Elements tossed into a blender. As of writing this little blurb, I am still playing this game and even finding it hard to finish this video because of the addictive nature behind Drop Duchy. Or is it Drop Duchy? Starts off as a simple puzzle game where you need to manage resources and troops by how you place each piece, and eventually becomes a game of 4D chess as you plan out your strategies before the match even begins. Tons of depth in terms of how you play, 5 factions with different playstyles to conquer, and loads of hours that fly by. These type of games are the villain of productivity. I'm not going to pretend I know much about the Warhammer 40k lore and games. I know I've played games influenced by them, such as StarCraft and Gears of War, so the design of the series is familiar company. Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. You love slaughtering hordes of little shits and looking badass while doing it? That's this game. Good mindless fun. Seems like there's co-op to enjoy the slaughtering with others as well. The game didn't really open up in the first hour, so I don't know what else there is beyond that. The best way I can describe it is Gears of War meets Dynasty Warriors. Game looks good though. Now for the last section of games, assuming you have access to the EA Play that comes with one of the Gamepass tiers, is a series of Sims games. You can get access to the first 2 The Sims games, but you probably only have time for one, if any at all, as these games are kind of like a second life themselves. The original The Sims game is still pretty barren and clunky compared to the new ones, but both games come with all the DLCs released for them, which gives the game a bigger purpose if you don't get lost first. It's a lot of useless content. An hour of this game is just not enough to get into it or even know what the heck is going on. The other 2 Sims games are from the My Sims series that I believe premiered originally on the DS and Wii systems. Because these games were designed for pointer and touch controls, I kind of feel like the nuance is gone and the game doesn't feel as quirky as it was originally intended. Sure, you can do all the same things with the mouse, but it's lost its charm. My Sims, the first game, has you reviving a town, and the other, My Sims Kingdom, has you going on adventures. But both have the same fundamental design. Go around, meet people, and make the things they need. My Sims Kingdom seems like the more fun adventure, as the first game My Sims can feel like a slow burn. 2 other releases from the month of January were Final Fantasy I and Little Nightmares. These are pretty old titles, and most are aware of them by now. I'm sure Little Nightmares was on the service before, and there's nothing exciting to say about another port of Final Fantasy. These are the games that left Game Pass. My top games for the month are easily Drop Duchy and Giaden Ragebound. Both games got me hooked and addicted as soon as I tried them, but it was a great month overall for releases, especially the 3 big AAA titles. Hope you enjoyed another rundown of last month's Game Pass releases. If you enjoyed my video and want to see more, a like and subscribe can get you more, and help me a bunch. Thanks again for watching. Natal out.